Welcome to Women's Wellness Wednesday with your host, Tireca, and the beautiful Teresa, who is running fashionably late. I hope everyone is doing well on this Wednesday. I just want to do a check in with folks. I hope everyone was able to make it. I want to take this time to thank you guys who are faithfully tuning in each and every Wednesday with us. It means a lot, it doesn't go unnoticed. And, a special thanks to everyone in the audience. Whew. So, we're here. How has my week been? I'm glad you asked. It's been exhausting. Not necessarily complain worthy, but definitely exhausting in professional and personal life. What's ironic is that I sometimes, go back and rewatch the shows and I take a look at, how we start, how we finish. And I've noticed that when I start the show, I'm always stating how exhausted I am. But that's the realness of it. As a resilience coach, as a mom of a toddler, as a fiance, as a daughter, um, it's exhausting. But that doesn't mean that there isn't healthy stressors. So don't let that go over your head. I encourage you to stay busy. I encourage you to stay persistent and determined. Always reach into your five pillars. They are within you, they don't cost anything. There isn't a subscription. You show up for yourself, you get activated. Golden is guaranteed to happen. There has been a few huge moments in my speaking career thus far that I want to take time to celebrate, that I want to take time to share with you. So recently, there was a speaking gig that was introduced. They sought me out. I was super excited for the opportunity. Life on life term happens. For whatever reason, there was a cancellation. Yes, your girl got canceled. Did it hurt a little? It was um, a jagged little pill to swallow. Shout out to Alanis Morissette. I grew up listening to her music. It definitely was a jagged little pill, but I didn't let it deter me. How the universe works and how God shows up for you and how magnificent He is. And I lose words just thinking of the power that He has and that He holds. That same gig turned around and recanted, if you will, and asked me to show up for myself again and for the company. And I gladly accepted. So one would think, oh, they canceled on you. Don't go back, or, their loss or whatever have you. Okay. Thanks, Biggie. So, but it's not about that. It's not about taking your ball and going home. My producer refers to that, and I love that metaphor. It was about accepting it, moving forward, and not giving up on myself. So I continued to persevere. Another speaking gig came through September 9th. I will speak on that later. But I say all that to say that it was a win-win situation for me. You know, um, I'm humble, I'm grateful, and I urge all of you to always show up for yourself. Yes, they may cancel, but they may turn around and change their mind. And that's exactly what happened. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. So with that being said, I'm super excited. I will definitely have a great event. I've been planning for it. The slideshow is ready. The presentation is ready. And we'll see how it goes. I'll definitely report back to the team, let you guys know how I did. I get so much practice speaking to you guys that I know this event is going to go well, and I'm super excited for it. In addition to the second event that I have, so the wheels are moving. Continue to show up for yourself in any endeavor that you have. Entrepreneurship, in your place of business, that's how you strive. You take yourself where you are. So if you don't walk around with the angry, resting, bitch face, then you become approachable. So thank you, Shadi. And when you're approachable, one will take the time to talk to you. Hey, cuz. Um, and so with that, you always get more with sugar than you do with vinegar. So continue, ladies, gentlemen, show up for yourself. It matters. I truly believe when things are canceled, better is coming. Truly, when one door opens, another closes. And in this particular situation, that door swung right back open. I may have missed it. When's the event? Hey, cuz. So the event is September 9th. The address is posted in my bio on my Facebook page. The address is slipping my mind at the moment, so I do not want to misspeak. But if you head over to my Facebook page, the information is there. I will be a motivational speaker for that event. It starts at 1:44 p.m. It is over at 4:44 p.m. Hey, Q. How are you? Shout out to Tennessee. We have my girl coming in saying hello. So, yes, September 9th. The Love is the New Money Tour is the title. So, head over to my Facebook page, everyone. It is public. Love is the New Money Tour. Shanae English. Shout out to you, Shanae. I hope you're tapped in. If not, that is the founder and CEO of this tour. She's launching in Philadelphia. I received it on so many levels, not only as an invitation to speak, but an invitation to help heal, to help inspire, and to help motivate others. So, iCraft Mart, that is the BEN exclusive website to receive our merchandise. Please head over there. We have tons of merchandise to choose from, children's books to candles, Miwa, Miwa Cosmetics, brown sugar scrub. It's to die for. The shea butter, I've had it. There's a TikTok video on my TikTok page of me using the shea butter. I'm in a towel. I'm giving off a little skin. You should head over. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Hey, cousin, how are you? So yes, tons of items, black owned merchandise. Patronize it. Big Exclusive. He also has an amazing banana pudding. There are some reviews on my page for that as well. The banana pudding is to die for. I, I rave about it. There's not much else to say. Again, that brings me to speechless. Yes, it's so good. Now I haven't had this. I'm placing my order this week, but I have to put my money where my mouth is. So yeah, take the screen off. I need everybody to listen to this. These are handmade ingredients that nobody knows about. Pre-order is a must. You won't be disappointed, but you got to get your coins in order. It's a fresh, day of item. So the time that it takes, the love that's put in them, the decor, it takes a lot. Presentation's a lot for food. Measurements are a lot for food. So pre-order, make sure your coins are in order. There's a Cash App. I believe he receives Zelle, Cash App, the normal pay forms. Yes, look at that. Do you see the crumble on the bottom? Big E, can you put up a video of the review just so folks can get an idea of how tasty review, like the review will tell you why. Again, I'm speechless. I'm greedy. I've always been. I enjoy food. I'm a low-key foodie. It doesn't look like it in my weight because I'm light, but I eat heavy. So if there's a video to be shown, please show it in live time how these people have, showed up for this banana pudding. Thoughtful, kindful gesture from me. These are some of my, if the video is found, these are some of my employers. I love them so much. My team on the weekend, shout out to you guys. You know who you are. Hopefully some of them are tapped in, but they definitely raved about it in real time, men and women, different creeds, whatever you want to call it. I just, was like, hey, try this. Hey, come here. Let me see. Try this. So, and it was a great review. So the hot topic for this evening is, how do we jump on your show, love? The link can be dropped. So my producer so graciously will put it in the chat. And if you'd like to pop in and say hello, I'd love to have anyone who would love to do so. There it goes. He works quick. He's sharp. So our hot topic. Hi, honey. Our hot topic is the banana pudding. Yes, keep it coming. I'm not going to misspeak. I'm not going to misspeak, but Reek, you know what? The order that I place this week, I'm gonna make sure you get some. Don't you place an order on a strength for Aunt Dots. Let me go on and get you one, and then we'll just go from there. Because the brother's bad. I'm not gonna hold you. It's I've had banana pudding. You know what? I think that's why my folks hate angry OG. I need the rice. We're gonna get into that too. Don't shut me down on the rice. Um, my mother-in-law makes a slamming banana pudding too. You know, she definitely gets down in various areas, not just a pudding. This pudding is this pudding is something, as is hers. Um, so again, place your orders. Head over to my Facebook page. There's a lot of businesses. A comedy show. There's a comedy show coming up. Top Flight. He's one of our brothers here. I need some banana pudding. Yes, for sure. Top Flight. His comedy brunch. You know, I work on the weekends, and I'm not gonna give up too much tape, but I'm gonna try to make this event. Now, if somebody loves me that's watching that can cover a sister, go on and let me know, because I love to eat, and I want to laugh. That's a heck of a combo. So I urge you guys to reach out to me for tickets. I urge you to reach out to the big exclusive himself, Angry OG. If you're friends with him on any social media platform, you can grab tickets from him as well. September 23rd, 11 a.m., a comedy brunch. You know, don't meet me there, beat me there. You know, show support to this network that's up and coming. We're growing. You know, there's a lot of new stuff coming for the network, and I'm so glad to be here. I need one, but I'm only paying that $5. I know, there's no discounts. Now, our El Presidente, she was very clear in the chat. If it's $8, we giving up 10. We ain't doing that, Angry OG. But see, you got to connect. So you can taste test. You can just take one and not pay at all. And that's for a different day and conversation. So I also urge everybody to head over to TirecaBright.com. Resilience coaching. Yes, your girl does resilience coaching. What is resilience coaching? But he knows that. Of course he does. So resilience coaching is for persons who are ready. Resilience coaching is not counseling. It is not mentoring. It is exactly what it says, a coach, a silent cheerleader to help you, not help, to assist and support and remind you your goal. Accountability partner in an enhanced form. Take your time. When you get excited, sometimes I stutter. Another transparency moment. So resilience coaching, that's what it is. You're a cheerleader, someone to remind you to get back on task. We tend to fall off the horse daily, in moments, hourly, within seconds. So it's okay to get a friendly reminder that, take a minute, debrief, detach, get aligned. Because at the end of the day, the things that you work towards, what you believe in, what your why is, should be aligned. And if it is, your goal will be achieved. Entrepreneurship is a very rewarding field, but it's not for the weak. You get canceled on, but you show up again. Hey, there she go.
Hey,
Hi.
how are you, Aries love?
Blessed.
You good?
I'm good. I don't know if I was rambling, but I was trying to get the folks. There she is.
Hi.
Hey guys, sorry I'm late.
No, don't
Never
be
apologize for
sorry.
being
Look at this
time.
beauty. Can we
Hey,
take a
gorgeous.
second
How are
to
you?
admire the beauty? Look at us.
Mm-hmm. It's so finally nice to meet you. Put a face to a name, queen.
It's me, girl. It's nice to meet you as well.
The Aries Queen in full effect. Aries Queen, happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. Never say you're running late. Life is life and you showed up when you can. So
thank you.
Fashionably.
Appreciate
you.
I'm just jumping in just in case, because Rika, I know what was going on. I said,
I appreciate it.
Yes, no, ma'am. I said, listen, and then I start going, and then I had to go back.
Yeah, you gotta bring it in sometimes. This is a fun space. You just supposed
stick
to
and move. I'm just trying to get information. I'm offering free massages, Shadi.
Listen, look at that.
Yeah.
Massages are always good. However, I don't want to cheat on my masseuse. Shout out to my masseuse, MRT. But you know what? I'm open to trying somebody new. I've been with my masseuse 17 years. It's a real relationship.
Box of chocolates. Yes, we
Right.
are.
I'm the white chocolate. I'm so damn pale.
And it's so
Child.
tasty.
Yes,
It's so
that
tasty.
part.
White chocolate is good. I think people sleep on white chocolate.
Thank
We
you.
shouldn't.
See?
Especially on a pretzel.
That's the best. White
Okay.
chocolate pretzels are
They're
smack.
good. Mm-hmm.
Shadi, how has been back to school? How has that been?
Listen, now I'm in Miss Holler mode. For
Okay.
everybody who has kids going to school, school starts next week, Tuesday. Please make sure you pick your kids up on time. I don't care if you do anything else. It's going to be a heat wave next week. We're in the 90s. I need you to come on time. Listen, I wish sometimes I could be off work doing it because I know that's what y'all doing.
Doing
Okay?
it.
I don't know if this is the platform to talk about that, but I know parents who are running late, what y'all doing.
Well,
Okay?
it is exactly. And
Whatever
we're
you
gonna talk
want
about
it to be, it is fill in the blank.
fill in the blank.
You could do you. Just be on time picking these kids up.
Right.
I told a parent last year, oh, you're going to pick them up from Lou and Choose. We there. Your child look like they drink brown. I'm getting them a shot. Put your kids on time. We want to go home.
They doing it, Big E. She said they doing it. She said they doing everything but picking up the children.
Right. And not on time. I give you about 5-10 minute grace period. We're by the zoo. It's traffic right there on Girard.
Okay.
But it ain't traffic every day.
Mm-hmm.
You continue to be late, you'll come to Lou and Choose and get them. Bet you'll be on time now. Kids look like they drink brown, I'm telling you. You can look at them and tell. I always do the guessing game. First day of school. They tequila. Mm-hmm.
What's your name? Champagne, right on.
Oh,
that's your grandmom's name. All right.
Yeah. So
all
please,
right.
Shout out to everybody, all the educators. It's time.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for, showing up for our children, being that role model for the kids.
I'm trying, but
what other tips do you have? Like, these parents need some tips on getting these kids ready for school.
You know what? The parents need a lot.
A lot
more than what it's kids. Like. It's rough, but I also remember we're living in some rough times. And so utilize the staff members that actually give a damn, because everybody's not there for a paycheck. There's actually staff members that genuinely do care and don't mind supporting whatever it is while you're late. If you come to me and you say, you know what, Miss Hollis, I started a new job, I might be a little, I can do that. But when we late all the time and it's 90 degrees outside and you all down the street up in Kevin's face, I want to be in the Kevin's face too at Lou and Choose. Double shot of Douce, please. Ginger ale on the side, yes.
No ice.
I'll order food later.
Period.
Yeah.
Period.
Come on.
Listen, do your emergency contact because everybody changed their number. That's another thing. Get these numbers up to date. Stop changing your number.
Sade, when you call, go ahead, T.
No, I was going to shout out Maya. Maya Swift is my daughter. She's in education.
Okay. Shout out to you. Thank you.
She is a paraeducator for special needs children. And
I don't play with my special, that particular population.
Yes, ma'am.
And you late. And little Tyree got these extra needs and needs support.
That's right.
Bring it in.
You got to come soon. Because guess what? I'm going to get Tyree. He going to have this double shot too. He be all right. He might lean a little, but he okay. Sit up. I need y'all on time. I'm that serious this year.
Sit up.
We're there so long.
I know.
We there. Just waiting for you to come. Then you come in with an attitude. It's okay to be late. Take your time. We don't want no accidents.
Courtesy call. Do y'all do courtesy calls?
And call me. I call all the time.
Listen, you called me. Hey, Reek, who's coming to pick up? I said, is it a half day? I said, you know what? Give me 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Give me 2 minutes. Papa was in there lickety split. Wasn't he? Lickety split.
Communication with everything is paramount. Just let me know. That's it. Yeah. You got baby dad issues. Guess what? So do I. You want to exchange stories? Let's do it. But you won't pick this kid up on time.
But I need you to be here on time.
Yes. If you need me to talk to your baby daddy, because I can smooth that over. He all right, Miss Holland. I hear what you're saying. Yes, and you're gonna get him right now. We'll see.
Can I get you a drink? Yeah, Lou and Choose. That's what I'm gonna be.
Little Lou. That's all. I just want to be at a Little Lou this year. That's it.
That's a good goal. That's a good goal. You bring it in. Be perfect time for happy hour. That's a vibe.
I need it after the kids.
Yeah.
Just get your kids. That's all. So shout out to everybody, parents, getting your kids ready. Make sure you're teaching them how to read, times tables. All those things are still important.
And start the routine now. Get them to get to bed a little earlier.
8:00.
Put out the hot Takis. You wonder why they acting crazy. All that red and blue dye. It's affecting the brain.
Unplug the PlayStation, the whatever hell else there is. Unplug it.
All of it.
In addition to it's giving them ulcers. Them Takis is giving them ulcers.
Yeah. Too many 7th and 8th graders on 1st and 2nd grade read levels. And we got to stop acting like, oh, they do their work. No, they not. We got to get the kids back to the basics.
Right.
But and the parents more involved.
They got the basic skills.
And their parents need to be more involved. Come to those parent-teacher conferences. Do all of that stuff.
And tell them, do y'all serve food? Maybe if you tell them we serve food, light hors d'oeuvres, bring them in.
We need to start serving the Doucette. I need to, because that's what everybody on edge. You take a shot, you're off edge. Let's get it. Doucette marketing parent teacher.
Oh, I was thinking we just give little parents edibles at the door and allow
little Jello shots.
They're adults.
Now, I know our one parent teacher conference in April, we are doing a middle school sneaker ball. So while your kid is,
mingling,
all this craziness.
Yeah.
Yes. You'll get their report card. 2 for 1 deal.
Okay.
Since you're here.
Might as well.
Right.
Get both of them.
Yeah.
Do both of them.
So we gotta get back because we losing our kids to these streets and to not educate the kids. What else
they're our future?
Yeah,
literally. Like they grow up. Some do, and unfortunately, some don't. But the ones that do, let's pour into them. Let's make sure the education is, is a thing, is important, is a priority in the home. Hey, Miss Sonia.
Yeah.
So, Shadi, I'm so glad you're here. We want to talk about a few things.
Okay.
T, can you give a synopsis of where we're going with tonight's show?
Yeah.
Oh, they keep asking who was the DJ. Lord.
Well, Reek, touch base on the post that you posted.
Okay, that'll get us in. Standard. Okay, so Sade, we often hear how women, when we're doing our best, when we're struggling, trying to make ends meet, that woman is doing her best. Now, when the brother is struggling and trying to make ends meet, he's a bum. So why is that narrative that way? So if I'm living at my mom's at this big age of 40, trying to get myself together with my son, that sister's doing the best she can. I get my props on social media through people. Now, if this 40-year-old man who is living with his mom.
Keep going, T.
So the 40-year-old man is living with his mom. He's looked upon as a bum, as a deadbeat. He doesn't have his shit together.
Nobody along the line started that narrative. And I always wondered, oftentimes, is it a racial thing? Because in some communities, living at home after a certain age is okay. And that's what you're supposed to do. Because they're preparing you for what's to come.
For me, listen, if my kids wanted to stay with me, grown or not grown, why not? Why not?
And for us, I feel like it's different. They're coming. Thank you. Sorry, they fixing outside my house. Got to get it right.
Yes, ma'am.
But I totally agree and hear you because sometimes I'm like, oh, the door. Sorry.
You're fine.
I'm going to get some water.
Okay. Just part of the double standard that exists. And that's coming from a male's perspective. Angry OG just said that's just part of it. And that's unfortunate because the man who is trying, the man who is doing his best will still be looked upon as that nigga still at home, or why is he still at home? Or boy, get out my face, you still live with your mom. Well, yeah, but my bank account is fat. I have a plan. I'm 22. I still live at home with my mom. Maybe I'm not graduated college yet. Maybe I'm working, whatever the situation is. But in the next year, this man is a multimillionaire or he didn't blew up in the stock market, but at 22 he was living at home with his mom. It's group economics. Okay. Angry OG, can you expand on that?
Yeah, I don't know why that double standard exists. I mean, I don't feel that way, but I feel as though I don't know if sometimes women get crisscrossed with empowerment and belittlement, because just as it is tough for women as it is for men to kind of get back on your feet, get back into the swing of things. So I do question that. I do wonder why women frown so hard upon men doing similar things to what I have as done as a single woman, as a single mom. I wonder why that is.
I don't know. It's my brother, shout out to Rex, he had posted it. And I know that he's a hardworking man. He takes care of his children. He takes pride in taking care of his children. And, no, his path wasn't easy, but, people talk, but, and sometimes you fall, you get down and you have to rebuild. So any man who is doing that, not even talking about him, but just any man who's trying to do that, why doesn't he get cut the break? Like, damn, bull trying, or, deal with him. He is living at home with his mom, but his plan is X, Y, and Z. But the next man or woman doesn't know that, and there's so much judgment. The struggle for men is different than the one for a woman because there aren't as many resources for men. Okay.
Shannon, can you put your comment back up or your question? So would any of you date a man that lives with his parents? I have. I dated someone for many, many, many years that, lived with his mom. And I didn't have a problem with it because, again, he's establishing himself. And with an established man that wants to establish himself, it's only going to benefit me.
Yeah.
Because he's working on himself. And I would rather you be with your mom saving money than trying to flaunt and flash to have a rent or a mortgage that you can't afford. For what? Just to say that you have it, but you're broke?
That too, or I can save while I'm here and do it this way and provide a mortgage payment for you and our family, or for you and the family we potentially are growing. So yeah.
I was listening, but did y'all talk about, like, ultimately if you stay at home, like, what's the plan?
Slightly. The double standard kills me.
Thing. Like, even if you have to go back home, I remember I moved out at 18. I remember going back home 27, 28, 2 years, couldn't take it no more. But the plan was to go. And a lot of times there's no plan. Right. Don't no woman I know at my grown age, I'm not trying to date nobody that lives at home. I'm not doing quiet sex. I'm sorry. It's not working for me. And in the words of Bill, a man who's never lived on his own and has never struggled, you'll be raising another kid. That's what my dad told me.
In some cultures, the children stay with their parents until they...
That's very true.
Yeah, until they get married. And then when you have to go out on your own, if we've all lived by ourselves, we know what it's like to struggle and sacrifice.
Sure.
Are we really struggling and sacrificing living with our parents?
I agree with that too. OG is saying you have to look at the reason why he might be staying with his mother. I mean, he could have lost his job.
Yeah.
Anything.
Life happens, right?
Something.
Okay, quiet sex isn't fun.
I mean, sometimes it is. Let's get into that really, really quick. Because sometimes when you got to be real quiet because mom's down the hall.
Like, give me some examples.
Taking a nap, and you just turn over and you got to be quiet. Sometimes that can be fun.
And kinky. Because we're sneaking. It's a sneaking element.
You know?
Okay, so we're sneaking.
Yeah.
Sometimes even in, like, your parents' house.
Well, I'm an orphan. Both of my parents are not here with me, but I'm saying, I might do that because that's fun. Add a little spice to it.
Ooh, shimmy.
Yeah, like your mom's in the kitchen. Let me give you a blowjob. Like, but my mom's in the kitchen. It's cool. So that could be fun. What? Sneaky sex is different from quiet sex.
I mean, but you got to be quiet to be sneaky, because if you're loud, then you're not sneaky. So it's
right. You gotta go hand in hand, cuz stop tripping. Yeah, cuz they go hand in hand. But yeah, so Sade, the element of, like, again, You know, if you're living at home and your mom's in the other room and there's a quickie in the kitchen, I feel like that's kinky. You're not impressed. So
I like kinky stuff.
yeah.
But how many times am I going to come to Jamal's house and be quiet?
I get what you're saying with that as well. Like,
what's the limit?
Right.
Because that goes back to the plan. What's the plan?
The antecedent. So can he come to your house if he lives with his mom? Can he visit?
Oh, okay. So let's talk about it. Because I dated somebody who was still living at, with their father, and that's challenging because I don't always want to sit up in my house.
Right.
I want to go to a different environment.
Yes.
I want to kick my shoes off and lay up like we do.
Yes.
Out for notes.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be right. Sometimes I want to,
I want to pack a cute little overnight peg.
Yes.
Right.
Exactly.
I sleep in this motherfucker all day, every night.
Day.
I'm trying to get I'm trying to be like Goldilocks.
We trying to see new walls.
That
okay. Okay.
Why you get up in these walls? Just kidding.
Ain't trying to stay here. Sorry.
Yes, I heard that, T. God damn it. Ladies, quick questions. What is in the spend a night bag? Very, very, very little. I'm not.
Go first.
Me? So,
when was the last time you spent the night out? 20.
That's what I was going to say. I don't think I should go first. Go ahead.
Me? Okay. Yeah. Okay, so clearly you need a toothbrush, some toothpaste. Okay? You're going to need to get you some Baskin or Summer's Eve coochie wipes just to keep that girl fresh. Hey, bestie boo. I love you. Thank you.
Hey, girl.
Definitely, a nice clean pair of drawers and a nice pajama set. Like for me, I'm not really girly, so my pajama set is going to be like a sports bra and some men's boxer briefs. Mm-hmm. But if you're feeling spicy, you could put a little lingerie or something in there. Yeah,
mm-hmm. Right.
That's my overnight bag.
So,
and then magnums preferably.
Preferably, is a good condom. I have to go upstairs and get it, but it's different. Like magnums are great. It's up there with a magnum, but I feel like the lube on it.
What is it called?
I have to go upstairs and get it. I don't know what it's called.
I'm not.
So in my bag, because see, I'm not sleeping with clothes in the bed. Mm-hmm. It would probably be a change of clothes for tomorrow. My toothbrush, my contact, because I'm blind, so my contact solution and stuff. I'm bringing my own town washcloth because I don't do the little picky balls. Brothers, listen, this is a little disclaimer. Y'all got to get washcloths, not just cloths.
Talk to them.
Okay? It needs to have a little oomph to it.
Terry cloths.
These little Family Dollar washcloths, dish rags y'all got, it ain't right and it ain't working. We need a wash, so I'm bringing my own.
Give me a rag. Give me the best rag you got.
What is this?
Mm-hmm. And cut up a towel or something. Cut up a little square of a towel.
Y'all can go to Ross. Ross is reasonable. That's why it's called Ross. Reasonable Ross.
Reasonable Ross. Shout out to Ross. My folks is big up in corporation at Ross. Go ahead to Ross. Get yourself some things that you need, and tell them I sent you to Ross.
Miss Jessica in her bag. She's bringing a toothbrush, mouthwash, body wash. 4 pairs of panties.
Oh, she's staying for the weekend.
Oh, she's staying the weekend. A tank top and 2 outfits. Jesus. Perfume, condom. She's hoping on an engagement ring after this night. Come on, Jessica. Set the bar high, girl.
But I think she said the 2 outfits because maybe she's coming in like a trench coat with.
That could be sexy.
I might be reaching, girl. But I'm just saying.
Toothbrush, wipes, towels, lingerie, body and face. Wash, wipe, smell goods. That's right.
Yeah.
All of
it. Boxes is checked. Hey, Deandra. So my overnight bag, it's light. It's light. It's a few things. I don't really do lingerie. So again, I'm doing just a boy short. There's really no top. There's no need for that. We're not bringing condoms. There's no need for those. Toothbrush. I'm packing his bag and my bag, so it's the family size. I'm packing like I'm packing a family. It's not really anything exciting in my bag.
Well, listen,
You
you
know,
can still spice it up, Reek.
and that's the
Yeah,
problem.
that's what it
That's
is.
the
You
problem.
can't. Come on.
Yeah, see,
But
Charlotte, you talked about a
you
swing.
ain't
I
no
can't put the
born
swing in
dude,
the
Reek.
bag. I'm not packing the swing you got. You sent me some that
You
fucking
ain't no
bell.
born dude. You need to put some stuff in the bag, dog.
Oh, my
My
bag
bag
sucks.
sucks.
My bag sucks too, Maya. I
Oh,
just
we
said my
gotta
bag
have
was
some
white.
Douce. I
Just
didn't even say Douce in my bag. I gotta take a shot, take the edge off before I ride. Getting character.
sure. Put my glasses on, take them off. Mhm.
And while we're talking about condoms, I hope the fellas are listening. I need you to get the ones that are appropriate and suitable for your size. I understand that the stereotype is that magnums mean that you're if you don't fit in a magnum, boo boo, little stank. It's okay. Get what fits you.
Yes,
14,
and
10.
magnums aren't the end all be all.
They're not.
I'll be right back.
No, they're not. And your girth, yeah, there's a lot of things that go into play
A lot of factors.
for your condom usage. It needs to be pleasurable for her. It doesn't need to choke you.
Right.
It doesn't need to have a whole bunch of extra air. That's how
No.
they get sucked off. Y'all think y'all doing something when they get sucked off. No, it doesn't fit you, my guy.
Yeah, it's not a Preston seal. You know what I'm saying? It's not like the material you use to cover your pants and stuff. Get what
Okay.
size fits
There's
you,
an
because not one size
ultra
fits
fit.
all. Okay,
Okay.
where
Now,
do you
I
go
don't
to
work for Trojan.
Mhm.
Okay, but I'm definitely going to promote these because magnums just don't be magnuming sometimes. And
Let me read this. That's not a
I get the
thing.
best feel.
That's
So
not a
this
thing.
is bare feel.
Okay.
They come in all different, kinds. But I'm gonna promote this, okay? Ultra fit. Sometimes you gotta try something different. It's like ice cream. Sometimes you want a little strawberry. Now you may need to try chocolate. It's all types of chocolate.
Switch it up. More than one way to skin a cat.
Fudge. Right.
More than one way to skin a cat.
You gotta
Condoms
find
because
what
you
works for
still
you.
right. Condoms because you still have to protect yourself, even with dildos. Yes,
Talk
ma'am.
about it.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
If it doesn't fit, quit. We not about to be digging in my vagina to make sure it's not there. Right, Jessica?
They swear they doing something. Oh, the condom's lost in there. How?
Because you know how, sir. You know how. You knew what you was doing when you put that thing on, knowing it was not one size fits all. You knew.
Those are the things that like you said, man. If you're listening, you know how that happened, and I was watching a meme and it said, how do you ride on somebody who's not quite equipped? And waiting for the answer, the fucking meme just stopped. You don't. Like y'all come with these little itty bitty situations, and I've had two in my life. I can say that I've had two. I'll never forget either experience, and it was very small. But if you're born with a small joint, what do you do?
The question becomes: do men know?
Yeah, twice, Shannon. Twice. It's
small.
Just too small in my life.
Like, do they know? Is it
I feel like you should.
I
I've asked him this several times.
And then hopefully they're better in other areas. For instance, listen, honey, I do realize that everyone is not born and blessed with ginormous. And quite honestly, I don't even want ginormous because I don't want my shit being rearranged and now I'm, limping and shit. But then if you know that that's not your area of expertise, well then you better know how to munch for a while.
Well, I think usually guys who lack in that area do that for a long time.
Yeah, they know because you're born with it. There's nothing like
Yes, Shannon, that's happened to me. Yes, Cap.
You just said bring a Magnum.
Well, I'm saying I would prefer a Magnum, but I mean, if you come to me and you got Trojan, man, I'm okay with that too.
Because he might be able to work it.
Show me what that mouth do. Yes, Maria. Show me what that mouth do.
But seriously, so I know there's tools that enhance them. Do you think people do that?
Well, that's OG Shannon. I mean, are those
fellas? Can you pop on? Is there? I mean, do you know guys who do it? You don't gotta say their name, but you can keep it a beam with us while we talking about it.
It's not just about the peen. It's about the balls too.
I don't know any guys.
Wait, the balls. Hold on. Hold on, Shannon. Go ahead with the ball, Shotty, because there's something that we do and it's called. Go ahead.
It's about.
What is
I
it?
think we leave that part out a lot of times.
The balls. They're important.
I think they're extremely important.
Listen.
I don't understand how
them back shots, honey.
You preach on it, because I'm just going to agree with what you're saying. That's an important part, not just with the back shots, but even
Deandra, you should have just got up.
Deandra said, yes, I had to rub my clit on his stomach to come. But yes, the mouth has to be a part with, guys. Oh no. I hope
that came out the glasses. Yeah, that's a rough one.
This is real stories.
El Presidente. Hey girl. It amazes me that all women think
I don't think nobody
is outstanding
that on here.
Nobody said anything about anybody.
Because I know there's some.
I don't disagree with it. Like I'm very confident in what I got going on. I'm not going to not say it's not.
And I also think it's about your partner and the experience. When you feel comfortable with your partner, you're more open to explore and try different things and work on different things.
Ooh, the question was, do we lick gooch?
I have.
That was a question?
Yes, ma'am.
I have.
Y'all licking gooch? Wow. All right.
I think it honestly depends on the man, because some men are very like, that's gay, or don't do this or don't do that. I'm not going to be doing that for just any Joe Schmo. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, oral sex is very, very personal. So I'm not going to be doing that.
And the thing is, if it feels good, why not? I think we get caught up sometimes in sexual orientation, and they're two different
Yes, I agree 1,000,000,000. Shannon, what's your point of view on that?
I was going to say that with the balls too, Sade, because if you have to stay in a certain area with those.
And the prostate still feels, it's the prostate. It feels
so we have something called a scrotum lick, and like it feels amazing, but you just can't go too far, because then it's somebody's upset. Like that I'm, have your boundaries, bring it on in, but that certain area to die for.
Die.
Yeah, it's important. Just a note. Go ahead, Shannon.
Man, I forgot the question.
Do you? I mean, do you or do you know men that enjoy?
I got to get my thought out.
Their gooch getting lit?
No, it's not something we discuss amongst each other. At least not in my circle of friends. It's not something we discuss. I think most of the time, I'm gonna just go with this thought that I just had when y'all talked about, when Shotty talked about prostates and the gooch and all that and sexual orientation. I don't think it has to do with any of that. I think it's about the woman in a safe space she creates for y'all and y'all relationship. I think for most men, if we felt comfortable and we felt like it was a safe space, and we don't have to, and here's the biggest part: trust goes a long way, right? Because the minute things don't go right in this era, in this day and age, everybody wants to show receipts, and everybody wants to expose people and embarrass people, and that's just dangerous, because mental fragility is a thing in this era. A lot of people's self-esteem is predicated online and in social media. So you expose them there, right? That could be a trigger for something catastrophic or tragic. So to bring it full circle, I think most men want to have the most pleasurable experience possible. We just have to be in a committed and trusting relationship to even be experimental in that way.
Well, I think women would have to probably feel the same way, right? To be in a committed, trustworthy relationship, to have men do certain things with them.
Yeah, it's two-way.
In my opinion, no. I mean, listen. I can only go based off the DMs and the messages I get. I'm not in a committed relationship with anybody. I'm single as a dollar bill. And at the end of the day, the shit that gets sent to me, asked of me, or shot at me is like, wait, what? Like, it's I don't think women need to be in committed relationships to do some of the things that y'all speak about. I think more or less it's a problem for men because the negative connotations that's attached to certain things, the stigma there is way too great of a risk to try with just anybody, right? But I think women, for the most part, if you got enough money and they attracted to you in that way, they down to fucking do it.
Okay.
Disagree. I completely disagree. I don't think that money would have anything to do with what I'm willing to do with you sexually. I mean,
have you ever heard of OnlyFans?
Yeah, there's men on OnlyFans as well.
No, what I'm saying to you is, you do know they'll take money because people request certain scenes or certain whatever to do that.
Ooh,
like that it's really that deep.
But do you think for the average girl? I mean, just somebody you've been seeing.
Yes, rent due, school supplies need to get bought. Yes.
Wait a minute.
So I mean, us three are average women here. You think?
And I'm not saying y'all.
That's what she's asking. She's asking.
Yes, and I'm saying yes. Average women will do something strange for some change, especially if they feel like they need to take care of their kids. Absolutely. I do you one better. Start a poll on Facebook. I want to see all this shock and amazement when you see the answers.
So I've heard of
maybe
something strange for a little bit of change. My aunt has said it to me, something about being on my knees, whatever. So, there is a saying that my vagina is very powerful. It costs, or it can cost if I use it the right way. People say things, but to make it like a average thing, that's where I'm just like, I don't really know if it's the average female.
And you don't have to.
And you know why you probably think that? Because the average females wouldn't admit to it. I'm telling you, ask the men, and they will tell you that this happens regularly. I promise.
Yeah, I'm not sure what type of average women you hang around or have been around, or
he said they be in his DM.
Oh, well then I don't know. That's crazy to me. I mean, I get that you're going to do whatever you need to do for your children 1,000,000%, but I'm not out here sucking in no
whatever
no.
For some money.
So let me ask you this. What's the highest percentage of available women? The baddies or the regular women?
I mean, I guess that's all a part of who you consider baddie and regular. I mean, we have difference of opinions on that. Right?
Shannon, you don't consider me a baddie?
Can you give me an example, Shannon?
What I'm saying is,
I'm
saying is, when you look at and I'm speaking from a male perspective, right? When you looking at the women that are considered baddies on social media, that have the hundreds of thousands of followers, most men don't have access to them women. They have access. Proximity is everything. It's all about what you have in your proximity. Now, granted, you three may have never done anything strange for some change, but I'm telling you, as a man and being around other men and having conversations with other men, is regular women who will most certainly say, you know what? I don't even want to get to know you. You got some bread? Let's go. And we'll do whatever.
And the sad thing is, I don't know how much money we're talking, but men ain't got
money. I will say, I don't know where the $40 came from, but it don't be no 40. Like it ain't the mean. I mean, I don't know. I guess it depends on the woman, but at the end of the day,
like set it off when Jada Pinkett did it to I forget the guy's name. It's not coming.
Oh yeah, for her brother. Yes,
you guys see examples of this on movies and television, reality TV, and it just doesn't exist in your world. Like that's
I mean, it doesn't exist. We have shows like Baby Boy where we have men freeloading off of us, using our cars, staying in our house, doing the same thing. We're paying.
Now I lived that one. Well, now I lived that.
So that
That was
Yeah,
my.
but that wasn't what we was talking about. Like I get that. Like that's a thing. I know men like that, but ultimately, I'm saying that the complete and utter like naivety when it comes to women, regular average women doing something strange for some change is wow. As men, I'm telling you, if OG came on here, um, shit, Tim came on here, he could probably tell you, like, yo, Reek, niggas is really out here copping in his regular chicks. Like some women don't want to get to know you. Some women got situations that they already interested in. You just so happen to be the man with the bag. This man over here is everything else she need with the feelings and emotions. This nigga only take out to eat. He good for socializing. That exists. That is a real thing. I promise you.
So you guys sit around and we'll talk about who you just hit off and gave money to pay their rent or to get their kids' school supplies. Your friends talk about that.
Listen. For us, at that point, money is a tool. We don't give a shit about the money because we making it. Let me explain something to you. When I was in the streets and it was coming in that fast, I bragged about it. I didn't give a shit because it was disposable. They were disposable.
The women.
Yes, absolutely.
So Shannon, how are we ever going to get out of, like, now I may be going somewhere with it, but help me.
Mm-hmm.
You saying what you're saying, and how are we ever going to get to a place where you don't feel like cutting me a check is enough, and I don't matter, and neither do that check that you just cut me. Like we're like, what is that? What is that shit? Like, why is that? And then you'll go to a strip club. You'll go to a strip club and throw your money wastefully, if you will, but pay her bills. She's taking it home. She's winning a bit. Because you niggas is stupid because you're throwing.
I like the strip club.
I like the strip club. I'm talking about the back piece of it though. Because you'd rather give your money to her than to pay your child support. Or you'd rather, support it's just priorities is getting, I don't know. It's just the way that you depict some women, I didn't like it. It just it struck something.
And that's
I don't think there's.
That's okay. It's supposed to be jarring because it's reality.
Yeah. No,
right? Like we have to. No,
it's not reality. It's not a complete reality because you consider somebody on Instagram because they have so many thousands of followers that they're more bad than a girl that maybe has 100 followers. You're going by like followers and likes and views.
You fixating on that and you completely missed the point. You missed the point.
Okay.
Like
that point.
That was
get to that point, so I don't have to mess up anymore.
That was me saying, traditionally speaking, when it comes from a male perspective, right? You can think whatever you want of yourself. That's your prerogative. Only you know your value. You charge accordingly. You know what you're going to accept, what you're not going to accept. You know whether or not you'll take money or you won't. What the point of me bringing up those women was when it comes to those women, they're like the 1%. They get the attention of the men because it's the body type, paid for or natural. It does not matter. I was making that point to say proximity. Most men's proximity is not to those women. It's to average, regular women. Whether you consider yourself above average or not, it does not matter what you think of yourself. It's the men in your proximity and what they think of you. And again, women have total autonomy over their bodies to do whatever it is that you want. No man should be able to tell you what to do, coerce you in what to do, or take anything from you. What I'm saying is I've been in conversations where men gave average women money just to have sex. They're not paying them for sex. They're paying them to get up and leave after it's over. Those women are accepting that because you know why? They're paying for the same thing, to never have to talk to you again. You serviced, you fulfilled the need that they had, whether it be phone bill, electric bill, rent, car note, insurance, kids, things, food on the table. It does not matter. They fulfilled a need that they had. Okay, don't fixate on the baddies and not. That doesn't matter. I don't give a shit about them. That's not
I
what
was fixating on you saying it's the reality because I felt as though it was just your perception. That's what I was fixating on. You saying it was reality when I think it was just your perception.
Well, I think it is.
It's not my perception. It's the reality. It's an everyday reality for everyday people living in the struggle. Like most people live how? Paycheck to paycheck, right? Well, most of us are one paycheck away, one job, losing a job from fucking living on the streets. Everybody got a bill right now that's probably past due. It doesn't matter if it's by 2 days. We all got a bill that's past due. I don't give a fuck what bill it is. Some people, some women anxiety level can't handle that because they have 1, 2, 3 mouths to feed on their own. So they on some by any means necessary. They gonna get the shit done. They gonna take care of the kids. Respect. I'm not in a position to judge. I'm just saying it's not my perception. It's the actual reality of what's going on in our communities.
So I think the challenge is we just don't surround ourselves with those people.
Right.
I've never had a girlfriend, or maybe they just never shared that experience.
But do you think they would share that with you though?
What males that I know?
Yes. No.
Yeah, I think that.
No, your girlfriends. Your girlfriends. Do you think your girlfriends will say to you, "Girl, I fucked them for some money. The electric was due, and it was
absolutely,
me too.
Absolutely,
yeah,
1,000,000,000%.
More often than not, they not telling you.
Well, my friends, see that my reality because they're my friends, and I know my conversation with my friends. I'm telling you because you asked the question. Absolutely, they would tell me.
That's
I'm trying to figure out how y'all don't know this is a thing though. Like it's crazy because it's so prevalent, and y'all act like it's not a thing. Like when I was in the streets, I was deep. Can I finish talking? Can I finish talking? I didn't say you. I'm saying in general how y'all act like it's not a thing. Like now, firsthand, I was in the streets deep, and just because of what I was doing, I had access to plenty of women. And what you think I was doing? Taking advantage of that access to those women, and it was only because they wanted to get next to me because of what it looked like I had, and they never was getting it anyway.
Sade, could you repeat what you said about we can accept that that's their reality, and maybe we're just not around those type of people? Can you repeat that again?
Oh, what I was saying to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Maybe like that's your experience. If you're not used to that, like those conversations. I don't know. For me, I don't know. I don't have girlfriends. We don't talk like that. If they need money, they're gonna ask me, or we're gonna ask each other. I've never heard a girlfriend say, "I did it to somebody but I'm not around that type." So okay, I'm just saying okay.
I don't necessarily think that the direct question would be like, "Girl, did you fucking like you did say the electric bill was due? Did you fucking for that money?" And she's not gonna be like, "Yeah, girl, I did." I don't think it's gonna go like that, but I do think that if she wants to bring it to me, it's a safe enough place for her to say, "Yeah, I did something I'm not proud of, or something I am proud of." But I do have that relationship with the selective people that I'm folks with, that she would divulge that if that was the case.
I got a question. I got a question. So why do you think prostitution is the oldest hustle known to man?
The oldest job in the books, bro.
Why do you think that's so?
I mean, because y'all want
a lot of them not doing it because they want to do it.
They have to do it.
They doing it because they have to do it.
Well,
it's so many stories about people who go and strip to pay their way through school.
Oh yeah, but you're talking about a prostitute and a stripper where
strippers turn into prostitutes. Like if you can go to a strip club and you offer enough money, they'll go home with you that night, or you can go in the back and get a private session.
Right, and so don't forget about the private rooms. They're spending heavy. Okay, but they're going. You know that she's a stripper, and you know that if you take her to the private room, you're going to get extra for that amount of money.
But you acting like it don't exist, and you don't know. And what's the reason for doing that, though?
No, I understand 1,000,000,000% that exists. I just
what you think her reason for doing it?
Not the average female.
They are average.
What?
They are average.
I'm thinking an average female is she's not a stripper or a prostitute. Let's say it's Karen that works at the Walmart, but she needs to get some extra money to pay her bills. Now she's sleeping with somebody so that she can pay those bills. A stripper and a prostitute, you already know what that's hitting for.
See, now we're playing semantics because a stripper in the just take the label off. And if you have a sex act for money, basically you're a prostitute.
And if it's
take the label off, because a prostitute sold her body for money for whatever reason she did, ain't no different than the person that's working in Walmart will sell it to somebody to pay her bills or get her kids school supplies. It's no different. It was an act of sex that you got paid for.
You said it's a difference or it's not a difference? Which one?
No, it's not a difference. It's still an act of sex that you got paid for.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And so for me, yes, it does happen. I'm bothered that it happens, that it's just so, so it goes back to like men being men or men being the provider, or like, why do we have to do that? Like, okay.
See, it's easier. See, y'all would probably.
Go ahead, Gangrel J.
It would probably be easier for y'all to understand if you take it away from you. So don't make it personal to you as you're doing it. Just take it away from you and talk about it in the sense of generalities. Take it away from you because it's personal when you feel like it's you and you defending yourself because you wouldn't do that.
I appreciate that.
Just take it away from you.
I mean, I did take it away from me. I just feel like I don't know anybody that has done it. And Shannon asked me if I did have friends that would do it.
You'd be surprised because they probably not. They probably too embarrassed to speak about it with you.
I'm gonna tell you like this. We developing a new show, right? And we have 2 lie detector tests that are coming in, right? Already ordered, okay? And I'm saying to you, and this is I don't mean to disrespect anybody. What I'm saying to you is you hook a motherfucker up to a lie detector test and you ask those specific questions, the truth is going to come out. At the end of the day,
started real on fire.
At the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, I believe in women's autonomy completely. If she wants to be a stripper, a prostitute, a housewife, a dog trainer, a dog catcher, a bounty hunter, a prison guard, whatever it is that you aspire to be in life, please do that. No man has the right to
tell you what you can do.
But what I'm saying is, I'm a man, and I'm telling you the same conversations y'all have as women that don't come out to the public, that are stable just between y'all. We have the same conversations, but they just different. OG and I have flatly said to each other, yo, we paid for it. We paid the 40. And we can tell you who we paid the 40 to, right? And 40.
I can show you countless people who thought they was going to get something out of me because they wanted to be next to me, because I've had any car you name I had motorcycles, everything. And those are chick magnets.
I have not exposed any woman I ever been with for any reason, even when I felt like I was wrong. But I promise you, if every man exposed who they paid for to have sex with, the shit would blow people's mind. Because at the end of the day, a lot of times it's a saying we got in the hood. A fair exchange ain't never been no robbery.
Ain't never been no robbery.
Okay? She got what she needed. I got what I wanted. We went our separate. Nobody mentioned it.
And you ain't look down on her for doing it.
And there's no judgment whatsoever. So what I'm saying is,
I find that hard to believe.
Right.
What hard to believe?
Thank you, Freak. Thank you.
And there's no judgment whatsoever. Like
because it's not. It's not.
You got to look at it like this: the same judgment you could face as a woman is the same judgment you could place on me as a man.
Yeah, don't know dude want to be doing the perp walk as no John and shit.
Thank you. So it's no judgment. You got what you wanted. I got what I wanted. Fair exchange.
Now that's our dirty little secret.
And that's our we both walk away happy. We got what we wanted or needed. You understand what I'm saying? And so it ain't no judgment, and that may be an issue. Like now, it's women judging other women for doing what they had to do to make ends meet. That's wild to me. When that support when it comes to anything else, is 9 times out of 10 blind support, loyalty. Like it was a whole movement called the Me Too movement. Yeah. And all it took was an accusation to end a motherfucking career.
And to shut somebody down. And so many people got ruined off of lies or whatever, and they never came back from that lie. Chingy got ruined off of a lie.
The accusation be on ABC, NBC, Fox, CNN, AP, all the outlets, all the papers, all the blogs. You know where the apology be? In the caption of a Facebook post.
In the small print.
So
football player, he was a college football player. He was going to be a #1 draft pick. He was going to make millions of dollars. The girl said he committed an act of whatever.
There you go.
And she ended up getting like $2 million, and then come to find out later on it was a whole lie, but it destroyed his fucking life. He never could play football again. He never got drafted, never got that money. She got paid.
Real Sports. I forget what episode, but on HBO. Check it out. So another guy happened to. He was a kicker.
I know.
Ariza. He still didn't get picked up yet.
Nope.
He wasn't even. They proved that he wasn't on this. He wasn't even there when it happened.
In the building when the scrape took place. His career
and it ruined him.
Over.
So how is that the same as paying somebody for sex?
Now we're going off the rails because I don't understand how we got him being accused of rape from as you're saying,
because he brung up the Me Too movement, and that was part of his conversation.
And I was following that. So I think Shannon and Angro
was the reason I brought up the Me Too movement, because the accusation was enough to ruin somebody, and because of the accusation, women stood together and they locked arms and they shut people down, they shut businesses down, they ended people's careers. But when it comes to something like this, the judgment, because a woman accepted money for sex from other women, is weird.
You don't get the same support.
I can't understand.
That's why that was the correlation he was making when he brought up the Me Too movement.
Right.
So why would I stand arm in arm with women promoting sell your body for money?
No, not sell your body, but how about help her so she don't have to?
They never
for sure, definitely, and that's the narrative that I'm trying to bring in. But it has to do with the men or whoever's paying for the service. Like,
I don't understand.
Think different of this young lady.
It's the oldest hustle in the book. It's never gonna go.
I dig all that. That's not.
It's never gonna go away.
Here's a question.
But that could be with anything. That could be with violence. That could be with these kids dying. It's something has to change, or ain't shit gonna change.
Because prostitution ain't going nowhere.
Here's a question for you, Reek, since you feel that way. Here's a question. You, Shadi, and Teresa, like, y'all friends. Like, is that safe to assume that y'all friends? Okay. Mm-hmm. So here's the scenario. It's girls' night out. Y'all at T crib. It's Reek, T, and Shadi, right? Y'all all there, y'all having a good time. The wine is flowing, the music is bumping. Now y'all playing little games or whatever. And it somehow, some way, based off a question, whatever, Shadi says, Reek, fuck. Now, please don't take this personal, Shadi. It's just a scenario, okay? Shadi comes out and says, Reek, shit, when we was in college, man, I was about to get kicked out because I couldn't pay tuition. And the star basketball player thought I was sexy. He gave me $5,000 to fuck him in his dorm room. I took it. It allowed me to graduate. Now, based on what she just said, are you judging her? Are you no longer going to be her friend? And do you look at her differently now?
No, and no.
I think as girlfriends, you'd be like, bitch, what? Why you do that? Like, you start asking questions and you laugh because it was so long ago.
That too, initially. Right. Yeah. Like, Shadi, get the fuck out of here. No, you didn't.
Yes.
And you like,
I think in a moment, if she was to tell me something like that, I'll be, what?
Yeah. You'd be like, bitch.
One of them Jones.
What?
Yeah. But no, see, it doesn't change the friendship. It doesn't change the relationship. But yet, the fear women have about maybe saying or speaking that kind of truth to their friends is non-existent. They just
That's why you keep it zipped up.
But you know,
disagree.
so let's look at the flip
My
side.
different circle, because I would have no problem if I was that type of female. I mean, if I'm an adult and he's an adult and we've come to an understanding that you want to have sex and I want to have sex and I got this, my car payment is due, I don't have a problem telling anybody that. We're both consenting adults that had an agreement. It's an exchange. You're getting this SWAT and I'm getting my car payment money.
See, let's look at the flip side. I just thought about this. What about the men? Because if we're going to take it back to the original question, who are bums or live at home and they dicking you down and you taking care of everything.
Right.
That's a thing.
It's a thing both ways.
But that's a choice that you make on your own though. You made a choice to lay down, keep laying down with this dude, and you know he a bum.
A woman will get labeled as a hoe, as this, as that, but the nigga that's paying for it isn't a thirst bucket. He ain't a non-getting pussy ass nigga that has to pay
guess what, Teresa? Guess what, Teresa? That's part of the double standard that don't benefit you. Now, the double standard that did benefit you, you cool, y'all be cool with, but the one that don't benefit you, you pointed out. Like earlier, how we compared a guy and the girl with the struggle. He a bum and she just, she's trying. That's the double standard that benefits women and it don't benefit men. That's part of the double standard that we have as in our society. Some of them benefit you, some of them don't.
But why are we accepting that? Why are you just saying like that's just what it is? When in all
because that's what it is. That's what it's been.
But then how do we begin to change that narrative? Why am I a hoe if I decide to sleep with you, OG, because you want some of this and you're going to give me money? It's an even exchange that we agree on.
I ain't paying the file.
Why am I a hoe and you're not a sugar daddy or a thirsty man?
Listen, that's a great question.
Thank you.
The reality of the situation is nobody cares. Nobody cares. The only time the double standards are brought up is when people get defensive about the accusation.
When it don't benefit you.
I disagree.
Any other time it benefits you, it doesn't matter.
You wouldn't care if somebody called you a thirsty old man, but I'm gonna care if somebody calls me a whore.
I wouldn't care.
Listen.
No, I know you wouldn't care, but I would.
So Teresa, let me ask you a question. Teresa. You're a nice looking lady. So you get in the club, you don't have to wait in the line for the club. You go in the VIP or whatever, but the woman that's not so nice looking got to wait in line and can't get the VIP. Do you turn that down?
No.
That's part of the double standard.
That don't got nothing to do with me because
yes, it do. Yes, it do. You just took advantage of the fact of your looks and you got in because of your looks and she didn't.
But what is that?
That's part of the double standard.
So what he's saying, Teresa, is you asked the question. Wait, don't be like that, T.
No, I'm listening.
You asked a very good question. And sometimes you need to have an analogy for it to make sense, to make it easier to understand. The question was, how do we not do that, right? And he's explaining to you the way you not do it is you get rid of all of them, even the ones that benefit you. So he's saying if you can get in the club because you cute and the other girl can't, you're supposed to be like, no. If we all can't get in together, then I'm not going.
Oh, you're saying if this girl was a member of my crew? I thought you meant like
it doesn't matter if it's a member of your crew.
Just in general, not like just in general.
This is not even a fair comparison. This is their comparison.
All right, here's the comparison.
Me and you go to a club and we're all
not you and your girlfriend, just you and anybody. She don't even have to be with you. You get to skip the line and she don't. Are you going to turn that down?
No, just like I'm not.
You're going to take advantage of that. You're going to take advantage. That's the double standard that benefits you.
To get me on the ride.
So then now answer your own question. Then how do we get rid of the double standards?
First of all, the original question that I asked that was avoided and used into the analogy was, why is it that women that have agreed to have sex with a man that's paying is called a whore, but that man isn't called a thirsty old man?
You want me
That's part of the double standard.
But you're still not answering the question.
I'm getting ready to answer the question.
Okay.
Right? Because we live in a patriarchy. Okay? It's just what it is. Society has decided to tell you that if you use your body that way, you're a whore.
So
if you're not married,
do you feel that way?
You want, what? I don't give a shit about any of that. I don't care.
You don't care.
It's your body. You can do what you want with it.
You want.
I understand that, but do you think less
This is
of
how
a woman
I
that
choose
does that?
Listen, Teresa. You say now you moving the goalposts. I'm answering your question. Now you're trying to put it on me, and I'm telling you I don't care because I want to dismantle the fucking patriarchy. I want to dismantle the double standards. So if I don't care, I don't give it any power. I don't give it any credence.
I understand that
you aren't affected by it.
I understand that
right?
you don't care. I was just asking if your opinion of said woman would be different. That's what I'm asking you.
Don't care.
You don't care enough. Okay.
I don't care.
Okay.
I don't have to live in her body. What she eat don't make me shit.
Okay.
She's not my daughter, sister, mom, cousin. I'm gonna have an opinion if that's the case, but even that don't matter because everybody has autonomy over their body and they do whatever they want. So you can't want sexual liberation and not be judged and at the same time want to maintain the double standards that's created by the patriarchy. If you want to dismantle the shit, don't give a fuck.
You got to get rid of all of it.
Don't let it hurt your feelings. Can't nobody, I don't give a fuck if everybody put a scarlet letter on every one of your pictures. If
you don't give a shit, it don't work.
Only you can give it enough power to affect you emotionally and mentally, and you shouldn't allow that. So when I say I don't care, because you asked me personally, I don't care. It don't matter to me. You can do whatever if you want to try to beat the Guinness Book of World Records by fucking 9,000 people in one night. I don't care.
Okay.
It's your body. Do what you want.
Got it. You don't
care. So if you
want
to dismantle the double standards, they have to be dismantled across the board for everybody, for every single one of them.
Is that realistic though?
But I think men don't care until somebody comes at them like, that's why your woman's a hoe.
Listen to what I'm saying to you, right?
I heard what you said.
You just said they don't care until they come and say your woman's a hoe.
Yo, that's his woman. He's supposed to care.
He's going to care about that. He's personally invested in that woman.
He's supposed to care.
Are you?
Because that's his woman.
People that had such a strong opinion about Rihanna dressing some type of way and exposing her body.
It goes. How does that go back to the double standard? Because I'm emotionally invested in someone who I thought I was in a monogamous, loving, committed, and trusting relationship with. So anybody can come to me and say my woman is
and say that, yeah.
You can say it.
That don't mean that you are one.
If you come in with receipts and you got the shit in 4K, it's going to hurt. And I'm gonna feel some type of way. Yes.
But why? If you just said you didn't care, if you don't care,
because that's his woman.
See,
he don't care about a rando. He don't care about a rando.
We're not putting titles on being a prostitute.
It's his woman. Why wouldn't he care about his woman?
She's just a woman, but now because she's his woman, it's different.
It ain't no just a woman. She's his woman.
Oh,
okay.
That's his woman. He's supposed to care about his
title. His woman is what it is. It's his woman.
Okay.
I didn't know that women were property and shit, and they're called like my woman. But all right.
I was just asking a question.
Hey, yo, you just said that?
Yeah.
You just said that to me? I didn't know women were property. Okay.
I didn't say that to you. I said that to OG because he said it's his woman. It's his woman. I'm sorry.
Meaning ownership.
So you know what he meant. So you know exactly what he meant, and you decided to carry it like that. As he was
that's how I took it. That's how I took it.
When I just said to you, if
you said it,
a significant other and a committed, monogamous, trusting relationship,
you said that. Okay. You said that. He didn't say that. So if that's how it made me feel, that's how it made me feel, and I vocalized it.
And it showed like
okay,
devil's advocate, if you will. It showed devil's advocate, if you will. Like I don't think that it was a literal. Like I totally get you, Teresa. Like it probably not as literal. That's a pretty Pilger's men head too. Yeah, I had one living with me, and this dickhead was trash, and I was better off having a few here and there, laughing my ass off. People have the right to do what they want with their P or they D.
Right.
That's right. Cool. They do.
Right. So to like kind of just bring it all back around, I just feel, and I do get passionate about things, so it might come off like I'm being aggressive. If two consenting adults have an agreement that they are going to exchange sex for money, sex for a car payment, sex for school supplies, then I don't think that that woman should be called a hoe or X, Y, and Z if the man isn't being looked upon as a thirsty sugar daddy. If it's an even exchange that everybody both agrees upon. And I feel as though my friends, if one of my friends told me, T, me and Tim slept together, he gave me $400 because I needed it, he agreed on it, and I agreed on it, it is what it is, then it just is what it is. What is there to be ashamed of?
Right, it happened.
I'm back.
In addition to speaking of sugar daddies, now this might be a little double standard, and I'm just saying, but like, you know, we talk about women doing what they have to do, and some women, you know, want a sugar daddy to help the situation out. But yes. I think that goes along with what Shannon is saying. Women will use their body to get what they need. A sugar daddy is just that. You know, and I'm not gonna lie, like it sounds really good. An older man who has money, who wants to take care of me, and he wants minimal. It sounds fantastic. But at the end of the day, my ethics, I'm saying I moments, me, it would bother me eventually. It would disturb me eventually that I'm sleeping with this old man for money. So what I would like to see is that we don't use our bodies, or we don't use the tool that we have to get the bag. You can do what you want with your body. Yes, it's been around for a long time, and I appreciate that from Angry OG. Shannon, you're saying it's just the way of times, is how it goes. What I'm saying is, how do we switch that? Like, ethic, like, it's not cool. And I don't want to be with nobody who just wants me for my body. There's a lot that comes with me. There's a lot that comes with sis. She's more than a big ass and some titties. It's just what it is. But because she has a big ass and some titties, and because for the you know, as long as it's been, we pay for sex, let's just keep accepting that.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to change, because I think we're, you know, I mean, like strippers. I mean, I don't think it's going to change, sis. Yeah. I think women are getting a little smarter to it. Like, if we, you know, PUSSY is power, and we're in this feel of like, our body, our choice. We could do what we want. We're going to stand on it. Blah blah blah. So maybe those are the female that Shannon kind of was talking about, that are comfortable and confident in saying, like, I'm going to sleep with this guy for some school supplies. It's an even exchange. I don't think any less of her. If she's sleeping with him and she wants to have sex and she's getting money for school supplies, it's a win-win for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. Shannon, what are you thinking?
It's almost I want to continue the conversation.
Yeah. You know, so for me, you know, and I consider myself very liberal. So when you said the question, you know, I'm around my friends in my panties, or I still do that. 17, you know, I did that then, I still do it at 40. There's, you know, that's how we do. So if somebody said, even yesterday, if they was like, bitch, I slept with Deion Sanders last night and he cut a check, I'd be like, no, we didn't. How much was it? And do you got a little bit for me? You know, it wouldn't be, you know, well, how big was the check? It wouldn't be a whole bunch of, girl, no, you didn't. That's what you chose to do. Would I do it? I don't know. And that's my ethics. That's my morals. Some things come into play with me. Have I thought about a sugar daddy? Yup, because shit got hard. But did I go with it? Nah. But that's just me.
I want one now at 38.
I need one now at 38. If any sugar daddies available here on Women's Wellness Wednesday, because the stats show and analytics that men watch this show more than women. So if you are a sugar daddy and you are available, Shotty's looking for one.
Yeah, please.
But Shotty, we're too old. They don't really like them.
That's the double standard.
That's what they say. They want them young. That's what they say.
I don't know.
Shannon, what do you say?
About what sugar daddies want, or
I mean, just it in general. Like, so when so sugar daddies exist because women continue to allow paying for sex.
Sugar daddies don't necessarily want sex.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Bare minimum.
do.
Yeah.
yeah. So I think as long as you have any sort of classism, it's never going to end. As long as you have people separated, and you have these large wealth gaps, when it comes to society that we live in currently, it'll never go away. See, what most people don't understand is part of maintaining that power is manipulation. They have to make you feel bad about yourself. So what I'm saying is, don't give those words the power to make you feel bad. You had made a point earlier, T, why don't we call them tricks? Or we do. Most men, we clown those type of dudes, and we'll talk shit about them. But you know what the difference is between men and women? It's the level of emotion attached to the words, right? We don't let those words carry that kind of weight. We're not going to get defensive about it. There's certain things you can say to a man that's going to get you punched in the mouth.
Right.
Him a trick or a John ain't one of them. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It might be a little bit, it is a little bit different from women, but ultimately, most men don't give those kind of words that kind of power.
That makes sense.
And I hope I'm going to repost this show 99,000 times, because I need people to come back and rewatch this. It's a lot of information in the show, and I definitely want some feedback on this show for sure.
I enjoyed it. We did not get a chance to do Go Grab Lunch. So I think there was a lot to unpack, and we definitely touched on a lot. So I'm not sure if folks can even think of a trivia question because there was so much. Yeah. So I'm going to think of something and go live on Facebook with T later, and then do a Go Grab Lunch that way. Did someone? So yes, Flight, where are you? Where are you? We would love your opinion to this conversation. Shannon, I do think this was very informational and thought-provoking, and that's what we want here on BEN, on all our shows, and especially on Women's Wellness Wednesday. Shout out to Melanated Vibrations that airs on Mondays at 7, with the beautiful Dominique and her lovely sister Andreas. Our men in charge, Angry OG and Shannon, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Tune in. Please don't forget, they go off the rails. Got a tidbit of it tonight because all our shows tend to get spicy and we're very opinionated. The BEN team is coming, and just beware.
That's our new slogan. We coming. Okay. Shadi, always a pleasure seeing you. You are always so beautiful.
Yes, ma'am.
And you just have a presence about you that I really love. So you welcome anytime. And whenever that show comes back, if you can syndicate it here. That's me shooting my shot for the show.
Hey now.
T, thank you. I love the dialogue. I hope we get to do this a lot more. Yeah. This was a very interesting and fun conversation. I hope I was able to answer some questions. Reek, you just glowing up there. Reek got that glamour glow going on tonight. I see you. Salute to everybody who tuned into Women's Wellness Wednesdays. At the Big Exclusive Network, we're doing our best to bring you guys, some innovative shows, but entertaining content. And the fact that we surrounded and we have proximity to, people like Shadi and Kurt and everybody else who lend a hand, Flight, our resident therapists who keep us fucking sane, our president who keeps us in order. We coming and we got some dope stuff and coming up and in line for you guys. And the best way to support is just to tell somebody. We're not going to ask you for no money right now. We're just going to say, yo, tell somebody. You got these beautiful women up here offering these very authentic and very passionate arguments. You could get that from anywhere, but not like here, not with these women. Ain't no other Reek, ain't no other T, ain't no other shot. Okay.
No.
So at the end of the day, I just want to appreciate everybody who consistently show up. It's a lot coming. We coming, and just be on the lookout and tell people about the Big Exclusive Network. Because if you don't tell them now, don't tell them later. Like, yo, I saw it. I beat them when that. No, we ain't going for that. So you either get on the train now. Let's get on the train now, because it's about to leave the track. And once it leave the track,
they wasn't with us shooting in the gym.
They wasn't with us shooting in the gym. Exactly. They wasn't with us shooting in the gym. So Reek, T, thank you for allowing me to come on and bust it up with you guys. Shotty, like I said, always a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thanks, Shannon.
So we're going to wrap up. Ladies, is there anything? Well, I'm going to ask each of you to give a gem before we close out, and I'll give the last gem. We'll start with our guest, Shotty. If you can drop us with something as we exit.
Just anything? Okay, yes, sure. Anything. So it's never too late to start anything. Do something good, but do something for yourself, ladies. Like, it's time, whatever it is that's on your heart, that you want to try something new. Maybe you did something years ago and you never finished. It's never too late. Get out and get back to you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. T?
Just believe in yourselves. Listen, every day is a struggle. Trust me when I say it. I deal with it every day, having to face like mental health things. Believe in yourself, and absolutely people in your life to network with, to reach out to. Never feel like you're alone. Inbox me, call me, and let's get through these hard times together.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right. And I will leave everyone with a pillar of resilience. So inner drive. Always tap in when you need a boost. You can give yourself the boost. Look in the mirror. Be proud of who you see. If you don't like something, change it. If nothing changes, nothing changes. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Women's Wellness Wednesday. We'll see you next week.